Hey, welcome back to my channel. I just woke up and I had to come up here and record this juicy ass video for you guys because yesterday it deleted. As you can see by the title, this video is about how I fought my ex best friend.
Woo! Y'all ain't know how, right?
Love that on that beat.
Let's go.
This girl, let's give this girl a name. Let's call her Shrek, okay? Let's call her Shrek because she looks like an ogre ass bitch. Ugly, jealous. So me and Shrek we were friends. We became friends in like grade 6, right? Grade 6. So she came to my school in grade 6. And then we got really close. We both came to realize she just lived across the tracks from me. And she had siblings, so they would come over like all the time, or we would go over there and hang on their street. Or we would just link at a park. Plenty of parks around here, so we just link each other at parks and stuff. Sorry. As I was saying, so Shrek had a lot of siblings, and I have a lot of siblings too. So her siblings and my siblings became close, and then me and her became close, right? So around like grade 7, we were going to grade 7, she was moving quite often. We sort of like, we were so close, right? But we just wouldn't see each other that often. But like sometimes she would move back and she'd go to my school for like a couple months and then she'd move away. We were going to grade 8 after, and she actually moved from my school like for the whole year. She didn't go to my school. So it like, you know those ones like you still have contact with them but you guys just don't go to the same school? Like that's how it was with me. We were still pretty close. Like I still technically called her my best friend because even though she wasn't at my school, like I still talked to her every single day. Like after I graduated from grade 8, I fought this girl in the summertime. And I remember Shrek was saying she was gonna ride out for me. She wasn't gonna let me lose. If anybody jumps in, she's gonna beat them up, right? And she was saying that. I felt like she had my back. Like she was gonna be there for me if anybody jumps me, you know? This was my first fight. So I was pretty scared myself, right? I didn't know what I was capable of until I was in that type of situation. We go to link this girl, right? And we're fighting, and then this happens. Okay, so that happens. So as you can see, I'm on top of the girl. You can hear her in the background saying, so you hear her saying, get her, get her, get her. But the problem is, as soon as I got on top of her, like after I flipped her over, the girl that I was fighting, her best friend jumped in and she was dragging me by my hair. She was dragging me by my weave, whatever. Right? So the only ones who jumped in was my sister and my girl Mercedes. So we fought whatever. Like after Mercedes and my sister got those girls out of the way, I was fighting the girl by myself, and then afterwards the fight is over. We all go link each other again, and then I asked who all jumped in, like who was pulling my hair, and everybody was like, the girl's best friend jumped in and she was pulling your hair. I was like, so who got her? I wanted to know, right? I'm on the ground. I don't know who jumped in or not, right? So I wanted to know. And then everybody was like, oh, Mercedes and your sister jumped in. I get the video copy, right? So I see that Shrek didn't jump in. I was like, oh, you said that you were going to jump in if anybody jumps me or puts their hand on me, right? So I felt some type of way because you were just gassing on my whole head. You were saying, oh, I'm not letting anybody touch my best friend, this and that. No, nobody's jumping, this and that. You almost see me get jumped and you didn't do anything. It doesn't matter if other people jumped in for me. You were the main person that I thought that was gonna jump in first because you are my best friend. I was confused. I was like, okay, whatever. We got in a little argument after that because she felt like I was saying she's not a true friend. But at the same time, I was just showing her, like, if that happened to her and I was telling her all this stuff, like, oh, I'm gonna ride out for you, I would have stuck to what I said, right? So I was sort of confused, and then we didn't talk for like a week, right? So I'm going to grade 9, okay? She goes to a school downtown. I go to a school in the East End. Out of nowhere, this one day, she comes and messages me. She's like, she starts going off. She's like, oh, so you're talking shit about me, this and that, da 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 da. I was like, what? What are you talking about? So she was like, you're talking shit about me. I was like, how am I talking shit? I talk to you every single day, right? So I'm not talking shit. She's like, oh, somebody came up to me and they told me that you were saying that I'm a fake ass bitch, this and that, because I was apparently going around telling people that she didn't jump in. When that's not the case, I never said that. The video was going around so people can see when somebody didn't jump in or not, right? So you can't just take somebody else's word for it. If I'm your best friend and I'm telling you that I wasn't talking shit. So then afterwards, I was just laughing. I was like, you know what, Shrek, if you want to go believe whoever you want to go believe, go ahead, be my guest. But at the end of the day, knowing me, I came up to you myself and I told you how I felt about the situation when you didn't jump in. So I was sort of confused. I was like, why? Like, this girl's literally getting mad over somebody who just came up to her. They just want to see us fight. And I was telling her that. And she was like, she didn't want to listen to a word I had to say. She was just like, calling me a bitch, this and that, da da da. And then she started bringing up personal stuff. I got pretty mad. And this was like 3 or 4 years ago. And I know I should have, like, dealt with the situation better and, you know what, just ignored her instead of bringing up stuff about her too, because that's what I did. Like I said, I felt like I was immature for that and I should have been the bigger person in that situation, but it was just like I didn't even know better to where, like, if I would have known it would have got us to fight, then I wouldn't have said. I guess I said something that triggered her really bad. And then she called me on. Like, she actually called me on. She wanted to fight. After I said whatever, she's like, that's it, I had enough of you, this and that. Me at Powell, like, that's the park that we always used to hang out at. So I was confused. I was like, okay. She was like, link me at Powell, this and that, at 4 o'clock. So, mind you, we're messaging on a Monday. She wanted to fight me on a Tuesday, so the next day. So I was like, I'm not going there and fighting you. I don't care. And she just kept going off, so I just, like, blocked her. Blocked. I'm not fighting somebody I call my best friend, right? So, you know, the next day goes on by. I wake up, I go to school, whatever. But when I get to school, everybody's coming up to me, and they're like, oh, I heard you're fighting Shrek today. So I was like, no, I'm not fighting her. I'm not fighting her, right? So I was like, no, I'm not fighting her, this and that. I don't know why she's telling everybody that, you know? Like, when I heard that, everybody was coming up to me and asking me, are you fighting today? She's literally going on her social media, posting that we're fighting. Like, you're asking for clout, and she knows that, like, if she was to post that and people came to see her beat me up, you know, they'd be so gassed because everybody obviously wanted to see us fight. So they were just putting more shit in her head. And then told my girls about it. And all my girls came to my school after school. And we just went to my house, right? And we were just chilling there. And then random people that I don't even know like that, they started calling me. They're like, oh, Shrek's waiting for you at Powell, this and that. Are you coming or not? Are you scared? You're a pussy. So I was like, you know what? I'll just go. Because I was going to try to talk to her, right? Because maybe it was a misunderstanding. And I was going to apologize to her, right? She's like my best friend. I'm not going to fight somebody I call my best friend, right? So then afterwards I get there, then I start arguing with one girl from my last fight because this one girl, let's call her Tan. So Tan tried jumping my sister while my sister was getting the girl off of me that was trying to jump me, right? So then I was arguing with her, and then Shrek comes. She's like, oh, I don't know why you're arguing with Tan, this and that. You didn't come here for her. You came here to fight me. What? You called me. You were telling people to call me, to tell me to come here because you want to fight me. So, whatever. We just come from the pavement, from the walkway. Then we go into the field part, the grass part. And then we're just there standing. She's standing on that side. I'm standing over here with all my girls, right? And she's with her older sister, right? And her older sister is big. So then I tell my older friends to come because I don't want her older sister trying to jump me. Whatever, we're just there standing, and then her sister was like this. She was like, hey, you're late, honey, you're late. Hit her first. No, you got people getting cold and shit out here, bro. So then I was just like arguing back with her. I was like, what? She's the one that told me to come here. She's the one that wanted to fight me, so she could hit me first. And my one friend, she doesn't push me, but like, she tries to get us closer. She's like, okay, why are you guys so far apart? So when she pushes us towards each other, Shrek swings at me first. And I told her to, but like, she still swung, right? So I was like, I just like was in my head thinking, I'm like, bro, I actually had enough of this. I was like, so swing first, right? So whatever, she swings, and her first punch, like, it connected right here. It hurt so bad. Like, she actually, like, bang. Like, she actually, you know. Ooh. I heard that. I'm pretty rusty still, but, she swings first, right? And then I sort of, like, get, like, dizzy, right? Because it actually hurt really bad. And I'll be honest. I was pretty scared to fight her at first because we were best friends, and at the same time we used to play fight all the time, and she would beat me every single time because she was so, like, we were the same height, but like she was more like big, you know what I mean? She was more big. So her first punch made me sort of like dizzy. But then I started getting so mad, and I started thinking about all the stuff that she said about me and my family, and just disrespected me to people that she barely even knows. So all this anger just built up, and when it was building up, I hate when people pull my hair. I hate it. Like, so what she did is she threw one punch, and she grabbed me by my hair, and she was trying to like get me to the ground. She was trying to get me to the ground. And I think she was trying to like grab me by my hair, flip me, and then get on top of me. It didn't work, honey. It didn't work. As soon as she fell to the ground, I fell right on top of her, and I guess I was more heavier than her in the leg wise. So then she was trying to like twist me over, and I just stood my ground, and then I stood like my knees were right beside her, like latched onto her, and I was just started punching, right? So she was like trying to block my punches. But it wasn't working. My fist, they kept pushing her arm into her face, so she kept hitting herself. So then she started grabbing onto my shirt like that, and then I just started grabbing onto her hair because, sis, you wanted to pull hair first, so I'm gonna pull your hair right back. So I stopped punching her, and I started ripping her hair out. Got into like my, like right in here when I was pulling, and my hands were getting so sore. He came and he was like, okay, that's it, that's enough, whatever. He picks me up and he's like pushing me away from her, but her sister's pushing her towards me. And then, yeah. So then after that, we go for round two, right? We go for round two. And round two was sort of, I couldn't explain it. Somebody else had to tell me because I was fighting, right? So, whatever. Shrek's sister pushes Shrek into me and we start fighting again. Older sister, is 4 years older than my friend who was riding out for me because Shrek's sister was trying to push me to the ground. So after Shrek's sister, oh, let me shout out my girl Leontina. Okay, so after Shrek's sister was fighting Leontina, my girl Darian, you already know, Darian came and she started beating up Shrek's sister and Shrek's sister's friend, because they were both trying to jump in, right? So Darian's there crushing her, and like everybody's trying to like break it up. So after that, it was like a war zone, because then afterwards, when Darian was done beating up Shrek's sister's friend, they come back over to me and Shrek, and I'm on top of Shrek, and you can see her pulling my hair. She has one hand right here and then another hand somewhere around, so then I'm just pulling back her hair, right? And Shrek's sister was saying, let go of her hair, when Shrek was the first one to start pulling my hair. Okay, so my sister started screaming. She's like, she has her hair though, what do you mean?
Let go of her hair! Let go of her hair, Daddy! She has her hair though, what do you mean?
And then after that, I get up, and then I kick her, like I push my foot into her, like I stomp on her, right? So then, it was so funny. So then afterwards, like she starts kicking me back, so then I just get back on top of her. But then I'm getting like really tired, right? So my sister's like, hit her, bro, hit her. And then I'm on top of her, and then I'm hitting her. And then some girl named Alana, she comes and she's like, all right, bro, all right, this and that. And she takes me off. Like, why the fuck are you taking me off? Like, you're a dumbass. This girl called me on. She put her hands on me first. The fight's over when I say it's over, okay? Know that. Well, after she took me off, all my friends were like, what the fuck are you doing? Mercedes was like, what the fuck are you doing, bro?
All right.
It was so funny. And then, after that, the fight's over, like, you know, like, it was at a park, so everybody had to run and get home so they don't get caught by the cops. And then after, I go on to my Facebook, and I see that this girl's still posting, mind you, her siblings, I still have her siblings on Facebook, right? So I see that this girl's still posting, and they're posting like old baby pictures of me. Like, bro, you're mad bored, right? So they're posting old baby pictures of me, and then they're putting it beside ugly things, like ugly people, like that are making those weird faces and so that, like shit like that. So then I just blocked their whole family. Like, you're mad bored, you're mad because your sister got crushed, and I didn't have anything to say to them. Like, what am I supposed to be, best friends with them after I just fought their sister? No. So whatever, that, like, 2 years go by, and I'm in grade 11, right? So she follows me on Instagram, and I follow her back because I didn't have a problem with her. I thought it was over and done with after, like, 2 years went by, right? So whatever, I follow her back, and then afterwards I start seeing her post up with a girl that stabbed my friend. So I was pretty mad. So I deleted her. I unfollowed her again. Like, I don't have time for girls that want to hang out with girls that we don't like because you guys are trying to make some fucking army or whatever. Like, you guys are mad bored, right? So yeah, that's what happened. And then I see her around the mall and stuff like that, but I don't say anything to her. I don't have anything to say to her. You put your hands on me. You disrespected our friendship over a little misunderstanding. You wanted to listen to other people other than me. And I already told her that I didn't care that she didn't jump in. I already told her. But after, like, okay, moral of the story. You cannot trust these bitches. These bitches will lie to you. These bitches will fight you over something so dumb. I call this girl my best friend. I don't call anybody my best friend, okay? So, like, back then. So, I called her my best friend. And she disrespected me. She put her hands on me. Ladies, if any girl that calls you their friend puts their hand on you, they're not your fucking friend. No, don't argue with me. They are not your fucking friend. They put your fucking hands on you, they're not your friend. Nobody should ever put their hands on you and still consider you to be their best friend. I was gonna get a picture. Yeah, so thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe to your girl.